Software is not execution. Software can exist long before anything ever runs, and long after execution stops. Software doesn't wake up, decide, or act. It exists quietly, waiting. Execution is something that happens. Software is something that exists. At its core, software is a description. It describes what should happen if it is ever executed. Think of it as structured intent. Not motion, not behavior, just a plan. Nothing in software moves, changes, or reacts on its own. It only outlines potential behavior, what would happen if something chose to execute it. This distinction matters because descriptions don't cause effects. Execution does. Until execution begins, software is completely passive. When you write software, you are creating instructions. That's it. You are not starting execution. You are not changing state. You are not causing behavior. Writing feels active, so it's easy to confuse this with something that is already happening, but nothing has happened yet. You've created a thing that could be executed later. Writing and running are separate events in time. Confusing those two leads directly to wrong expectations. Execution is not a thing you can hold or store. It's an event. It starts, progresses, and ends. Once execution finishes, it no longer exists. You can't point to it. You can only see the effects it left behind, usually in memory or output. This is critical. Execution is temporary. Software is not. When execution ends, the program is not paused. It is gone. When execution finishes, software doesn't disappear. The file is still there. The instructions still exist. They haven't learned anything. They haven't changed. They don't know they ran. Software survives execution untouched. This is why rerunning a program starts fresh unless state is explicitly restored. The software itself carries no memory of past runs. Software has no awareness. It doesn't remember execution. It doesn't track progress. It doesn't know what happened last time. Any sense of remembering comes from memory created during execution, not from the software itself. This is why bugs appear when we expect software to behave like a thinking entity. Software is not a thinking entity. It just isn't one. Software exists, but without execution, there's no action, no events, and no values persist. Software waits, execution acts. Software describes, execution performs. Software exists outside time. Execution lives inside time. So if software doesn't act and execution disappears when it ends, the question is, what remains? The answer is memory. Next, we'll look at how execution leaves marks behind.